taking a test over fairy tales and tall tales. Okay? We're taking a test over fairy tales and tall tales. Just really quickly, we are going to go over the parts of a fairy tale. It has a royal family, magical characters, magical events, once upon a time beginnings, and happily ever after endings. A tall tale has a frontier setting, amazing childhood, amazing adventures, creations and inventions, humor, and exaggeration. What's humor mean? What's humor mean? Zachary, thank you for raising your hand.
Funny stuff.
Funny stuff. What are exaggerations? We've done lots and lots of exaggerations. Axton?
Something that's not real.
Something that can't be real, right? It makes it bigger and larger than life. Now, we have learned about a lot of different stories in this unit in CKLA. We've learned about the fisherman and his wife. We've learned about the emperor's new clothes, Beauty and the Beast, Paul Bunyan, Pecos Bill, John Henry, and Casey Jones. To help us remember the fisherman and his wife, it's about a poor fisherman and his wife. They live in a shack. They find a fish. They make a bunch of wishes. Okay? Think in your brain about how that ends. Then in the emperor's new clothes, two swindlers show up and trick the emperor in some big way. Think in your brain about what they do. Beauty and the Beast. We've got Beauty, and her dad gets her into a mess of trouble and sends her off. But in the end, it has a happy ending. Paul Bunyan, a big giant woodsman. Think about him. Pecos Bill. That guy, he is a tall tale. Him and his cyclones, okay? John Henry and his hammer, and Casey Jones and his locomotive. That's the only reminder I'm going to give you, and we are about to take a test. During the test, if you shout out an answer, what do I make you do?
Click down.
If you're whispering for any reason, what do I make you do?
Click down.
Because if we cheat, it doesn't just hurt us, it hurts other people too, okay? So, you need to put your folders back up. I'm going to grab the test to start reading to you. Okay, thumbs up when you are ready to go with your pencil. Your name is on the paper. All right. All right. Now, when I go to walk around the room, I will put this back on. But while I'm standing up here, I'm going to leave it off since I'm 6 feet away so you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, raise your hand. I'll put my mask on. I'll come tell you what I just said, okay? All right, so I'm going to say a sentence using a word you have heard in the read-alouds in this domain. First, I'm going to say the word, then I will use it in a sentence. If I use the word correctly in my sentence, you're going to circle the smiling face. If I do not use the word correctly in my sentence, you're going to circle the frowning face. I'm going to say each sentence 2 times. Let's do number 1 together. Fairy tale. Many things that happen in fairy tales are fantasy and cannot happen in real life. Fairy tale. Fairy tale. Many things that happen in fairy tales are fantasy and cannot happen in real life. Circle the smiling face or the frowning face. We're on number 1. We are on number 1.
And that one was circled already, am I right?
Yes, because
Okay.
we're doing it together.
Sure.
Okay, do you guys agree? Is that true that fairy tales are fantasy and can not happen in real life? Does everybody understand how to to do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2. Exaggeration. An exaggeration is what you say to make something seem greater, grander, and better than it really is. Exaggeration. I'm going to repeat it one more time and then I'm going to walk around. Exaggeration. An exaggeration is what you say to make something seem greater, grander, and better than it really is. Exaggeration.
Was what she said true, or was what she said not true?
So I want you to think, does an exaggeration make something seem bigger and better and greater than it could really be? If it does make something seem bigger and better than it could be, you're circling the smiley. If it does not make things seem bigger and better, you circle the frowning. Okay, number 3, legend. A person who is well known for doing something amazing is a legend. Legend. A person who is well known for doing something amazing is a legend.
Mrs. May, could you repeat that?
Legend. A person who is well known for doing something amazing is a legend. Number 4, frontier. The unexplored parts of America, usually in the West, were known as the frontier. Frontier. The unexplored parts of America, usually in the West, were known as the frontier. Yes, frontier. The unexplored parts of America, usually to the west, were known as the frontier. Anybody else need me to repeat that? Frontier. The unexplored parts of America, usually to the west, were known as the frontier. Thumbs up when you're ready to move on to number 5. Number 5, a tall tale. A tall tale is about a normal person who does normal things. Tall tale. A tall tale is about a normal person who does normal things. Tall tale. A tall tale is about a normal person who does normal things. Thumbs up when you're ready to move on. Okay, now I'm going to read more sentences using other words you've heard in practice. If I use the word correctly in my sentence, circle the smiling face. If I do not use the word correctly in my sentence, circle the frowning face. I'm going to say each sentence 2 times, but I will also repeat it for you. Number 6, enchanted. An enchanted forest might have jewels and diamonds growing on the trees. Enchanted. An enchanted forest might have jewels and diamonds growing on the trees. Enchanted. Kenley's showing me she's ready to move on to the next one. If you're ready to move on to the next one, give me a thumbs up. Inspect. When you inspect something, you do not look at it carefully. Inspect. When you inspect something, you do not look at it carefully. Inspect. When you inspect something, you do not look at it carefully. You have a question? Number 7. Inspect. When you inspect something, you do not look at it carefully. Inspect. You do not look at it carefully. Inspect. Is that a true statement or a false statement? Okay, if you're ready to move on, give me a thumbs up. Okay, number 8, relaxed. When you hear that someone relaxed their hold on a rope, that means they're holding it very tightly. Relaxed. When you hear that someone relaxed their hold on the rope, it means that person holding the rope is holding it very tightly. Relaxed. When you hear that someone relaxed their hold on a rope, that means that person is holding onto the rope very tightly. Does relaxed mean they're holding it very tightly? True or false? Circle a smiley or a frowny. We're on number 8. Okay, you already circled. Okay, I've got some thumbs up. Anybody else? Ready to move on. Number 9, challenge. A challenge is a hard task or problem that could take a lot of time and thinking to figure out. Challenge. A challenge is a hard task or problem that could take a lot of time and thinking to figure out. Challenge. One more time. A challenge is a hard task or problem that could take a lot of time and thinking to figure out. Challenge. Thumbs up if you're ready to move on. Are you ready to move on? Number 11. Curious. When you're curious about something, you're not interested in it. Curious. When you're curious about something, you are not interested in it. Curious. Oh, sorry. I skipped 10. Sorry, guys. Number 10. Number 10, hesitated. Number 10, hesitated. So everybody make sure that you didn't circle anything. Erase number 10. If you circled anything on number 10, erase it. If you circled anything on number 10, erase it. Mrs. May accidentally skipped number 10. So erase number 10. Number 10 is hesitated. When you hear that someone hesitated to do something, it means they stopped for a little bit before doing it. Hesitated. When you hear that someone hesitated to do something, it means that they stopped for a little bit before doing it. When you're done, flip the page. flipping the page. You're turning the page. You're not flipping over your whole worksheet. You're turning the page. Nope, you're not on the right page. Okay, now we're ready for number 11. Number 11, curious. When you are curious about something, you are not very interested in it. Curious. When you are curious about something, you are not very interested in it. Curious. When you are curious about something, you are not very interested in it. Okay, quit banging on that, please. Thank you. Number 12, constant. Something that is constant happens all the time and does not stop. Constant. Something that is constant happens all the time and does not stop. Constant. When you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Constant. Something that is constant happens all the time and does not stop. Number 13, intelligent. To be intelligent means that you learn new things quickly and understand them. Intelligent. To be intelligent means to be able to learn new things quickly and understand them. Intelligent. To be intelligent means to learn things quickly and understand them. No, I didn't. That was number 12 was constant. You accidentally just circled two things as well. Okay, so let me read you number 11. Number 11 was curious. When you are curious about something, you're not interested in it. Curious. And number 12 was constant. Something that is constant happens all the time and does not stop. Number 13 is intelligent. To be intelligent means to be able to learn new things quickly and understand them. To be intelligent means to learn new things quickly and to understand them. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, no, not right now. 1. Number 14, persuaded. When someone is persuaded by what you say, the person will agree with you. Persuaded. If they are persuaded by what you say, they will agree with you. Persuaded. Persuaded. If you persuade someone to do what you say, they end up agreeing with you. Persuaded. And number 15. 15 is pride. To take pride in something means you feel you're not good at it. Pride. To take pride in something means you feel you're not good at it. Pride. One more time. Pride. To take pride in something means you feel you are not good at it. Pride. Okay, when you're ready, flip over to the next page of your test. You only have to flip it. You don't, yep, you just flip it. Let me help you because you don't need to turn the page, you just need to flip it over. It has a number 1 at the top and some pictures. Okay, I shouldn't hear any talking. Okay. All right. I am going to read a sentence about one of the tall tales that you have heard. Circle the picture of the tall tale my sentence is about. Okay? So the first picture on your paper is a picture of Paul Bunyan. The second picture is Pecos Bill. The third picture is John Henry. And the fourth picture is Casey Jones. Okay? So going across, you've got Paul Bunyan, Pecos Bill, John Henry, and Casey Jones. Those are all the stories that we've read in class. So I'm going to read a sentence. You circle the picture of the tall tale that my sentence is about. Are you ready? Number 1. The main character in this tall tale is a cowboy. Would that be Paul Bunyan, Pecos Bill, John Henry, or Casey Jones? I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to circle the picture. Number 2. The main character in this tall tale is a locomotive engineer. The main character in this tall tale is a locomotive engineer. Number 3. The main character in this tall tale is a railway builder. The main character in this tall tale is a railway builder. You need to sit up to your seats. Number 4. The main character in this tall tale is a lumberjack. The main character in this tall tale is a lumberjack. Okay, flip the page. On the back side of that page, there are the rest of those questions that I'm going to be asking you. So I'm going to come around and make sure you're on the right page. Should have a number 5 at the top with more pictures. Sit up, please. Okay. Number 5. The main character in this tall tale takes pride in being on time. The main character in this tall tale takes pride in being on time. Number 6. The main character in this tall tale has a friend who is a blue ox. The main character in this tall tale has a friend who is a blue ox. I'll help you. He has a friend who is a blue ox. Number 7. The main character in this tall tale thought he was a coyote. The main character in this tall tale thought he was a coyote. Scoot into your seat. Number 8. The in this tall tale beat a steam drill in a contest. The main character in this tall tale beat a steam drill in a contest. The main character in this tall tale beat a steam drill in a contest. When you have that, flip to the last page. Okay, we're still not talking, we're still taking a test. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to read you the sentence. You're going to respond with a sentence. I do not expect you to know how to spell all the words. I just want you to try your best. But you do need a complete sentence. So we're going to sing the sentence song. Put your mask on. Does it start with a capital letter? Are there spaces between the words? Does it tell the whole idea to everyone? Is there a question mark, exclamation point, or a period at the end? Well, if these four things are true, then your sentence is done. So, you're going to use a complete sentence. Number 1, who was your favorite fairy tale or tall tale character? Why? You're going to respond. My favorite, whichever one, so you can write tall tale or fairy tale right here. Character is because. So that's how you need to answer the first one. My favorite, either tall tale or fairy tale, you pick, character is blank, whoever you pick. Because you need to write why. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to complete this first sentence. It needs a complete sentence. So I'm going to set a timer. You have 3 minutes to do your first sentence. It doesn't need to be spelled correctly, so you don't need to look up here for spelling. That's just what you're writing, your complete sentence. Keep going. Of what we read. Is that one we read? Nope, so we need a different one. Because why? Remember, it needs to have why. It's a complete sentence. I gave you the frame on the board. We aren't just writing one word down. I love that some of you guys are using really Yes. I'll get you one. Alright, write because and then write why that's your favorite character. I'll sharpen it really quickly for you. Okay, you have about 30 seconds left. I should not hear any talking and singing. Okay, number 2. What was your favorite fairy tale or tall tale setting? Why? So, my favorite tall tale or fairy tale setting is blank because blank. Think about what a setting is. It's 2 things. Okay? You can just think about all the settings we talked about. Okay? Think about all the settings where our stories took place. My favorite fairy tale setting is blank because blank. Fill in your sentence frame. Yours doesn't have to look exactly like mine, remember, but it does need to have all the parts of a sentence. Yes. What is your favorite fairy tale or tall tale setting? So my favorite fairy tale or tall tale setting is blank because blank. What's your favorite setting from all the stories? You need to get started. I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. You need to get started writing. What's your favorite setting? The 3 minutes have started. Yes, yes, just keep going. What's your favorite setting? And you can choose between a tall tale or a fairy tale. It doesn't have to be the same each time. It can be whichever one you want. That's close enough. I'll know what you're trying to write. I know what you're trying to write. It's this. Because why? Okay, it's not asking what your favorite fairy tale was. It's asking what your favorite fairy tale setting was. So if you just write the name of the fairy tale, that doesn't tell me what the setting was, and that would be incorrect. You have to tell me what your favorite fairy tale setting was. I'm not telling you what a setting is because we go over that every day. But you need to tell me what your favorite fairy tale setting was. Are you writing the setting now? Just write the setting was, and then write that, okay? Do you have a question, or are you just saying you're ready to move on? So the setting was. Okay, you have about 15 seconds to finish that sentence. And then we're going to move on. And if you still need to keep working after we've given all the questions, you can go back and work on one, but we are going to have to move on. So go ahead and put down your pencil. And you can come back to that thought if you need to. We're going to move on to the last one. And the last one is, write about an exaggeration from any of the tall tales you heard. So, if you want help with a sentence frame, you can start your sentence frame. One exaggeration was, and then write about any of the exaggerations from any of the tall tales that you heard. Zachary, you need to finish your test, and then I will let you use the restroom. Are you erasing? Do you need a better eraser? Oh, you've got one, okay. What was one of the exaggerations you heard? Think about what an exaggeration means and then write about one of the exaggerations that we heard. Remember, you also made your own exaggerations out in the hall, so that should help you remember what an exaggeration is. Think about one of the did you finish your whole task? Did you go back and fix number one? Okay. Go put your folder away. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Take your time. You can replay any of it if you need to, and you can have extra time if you need to. Good luck.